Welcome, Bryte Church, to another devotional. I'm going to take a look at two passages today. One, Isaiah 6:8, and the other one, Matthew chapter 4, verses 18 through 22. So the first one, Isaiah 6:8, you're very familiar with. It's when Isaiah was found in the presence of the Lord, and he heard the Lord say the following. I heard the voice of the Lord saying, Whom shall I send, and who will go for us? Then I said, Here I am, send me. And Matthew chapter 4, verse 18 through 22 says the following. It's about Jesus choosing the disciples. While walking by the Sea of Galilee, he saw two brothers, Simon, who is called Peter, and Andrew, his brother, casting a net into the sea, for they were fishermen. And he said to them, Follow me, and I will make you fishers of men. Immediately they left their nets and followed him. And going on from there, he saw two other brothers, James the son of Zebedee, and John his brother, in the boat with Zebedee their father, mending their nets, and he called them. Immediately they left the boat and their father and followed him. There are different aspects of hearing from God. What was brought to my attention from these verses was that God doesn't pressure people into ministry. He doesn't pull people into, he makes them opportunities for us to minister. And so when you read this in Isaiah, the words of God were not directed to Isaiah. Isaiah overheard God saying this. And it was the attitude of the heart, the spiritual attitude of Isaiah, of how he heard, what he heard, and therefore also his response. So when it comes to doing ministry, we need to remove these thoughts from our mind that God is going to force us. Well, if God really wants me to serve, he's going to force me. God is giving us opportunities to serve. There are consequences when there is an opportunity, when God asks us, when God asks a church, when God asks a community, and the community doesn't follow through. There are consequences for that. And we can just take the example of Jonah, right? Jonah was the one pleading, God, can you help me? Can you save me, please, from the belly of the big fish? There are situations in the Old Testament as well, like Queen Esther, right? When she was presented with this opportunity, Mordecai realized that God was doing something with the nation of Israel. And whether Queen Esther went in there or not, there was going to be a way out. And there was this opportunity that Queen Esther had to go into the throne room of the king and ask for mercy, ask for some change in the law so that all of Israel doesn't get wiped out. And she realized that and took up that opportunity. Again, Mordecai put some pressure on her by saying, look, this is an opportunity for you. That's us people saying. But as we read from what Jesus said and from what Isaiah overheard God say, when Jesus was calling, there's no pressure there. There's no force there. He just called them. They left everything they were doing and then followed Jesus. God is doing a work in every nation. He's doing a work in every single family. He's doing a work in every single heart, including your own heart. And he makes it and gives us an opportunity to work, to literally be his body here in the world, working on people in the nation's context, in the family context, in the church context, of course, and in the personal context. Whether you are going to take God up on that opportunity is really up to you. And so you can take God up on that opportunity knowing that God has fruit already ordained at the end. You can be sure that there's going to be an end that's fruitful. And so it's up to you whether you want to be part of that or not. You might not see that fruit, like Isaiah didn't see that fruit in his lifetime. But later on, you'll see the entire picture in the afterlife. And you'll be able to know that opportunity I took up, God used me, and here's the results. So today, pray to the Lord and ask him, Lord, I want to be in your presence. I want to know what you're doing in my church, in my family, in me, in my nation, in my community. And you will see, you will hear God saying, I'm doing this, that, if you're in his presence. And then the question is your spiritual attitude the same as Isaiah's? Will you answer, Lord, here I am, send me? When he gives you that heart's push or intention, look, this family has some trouble, or your brother or sister is stumbling, go help them out. That will be your opportunity to say, here I am, Lord, send me. Be blessed.